Well, the Olympics are coming to an end in a couple of days, but Japan's battle against the deadly coronavirus, well, that is far from over. Today, the game's host city of Tokyo reported over 5.
Hello, today I present to you an extremely attractive application for music lovers. It's completely free. You can listen to music online or download unlimited music to use whenever you don't have internet. The powerful search function helps you find anything you want. Trust me. It's hard not to find what you're looking for because the search function is really powerful. Application download link is attached in the description of the video. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Thanks.
1,000 new cases, its highest ever daily increase since the pandemic began. The metropolitan area is currently under a state of emergency, and authorities are requesting that the city's restaurant and pub owners shut down operations for the time being. So Jamie Yuccas is in Tokyo with the latest on this. Jamie, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. What are health officials there saying about the all-time high in COVID cases? Is there a concern that, long after the athletes have packed up and left, this is going to continue to take a toll on the host city?
Oh, absolutely. I think you remember when we first got here, Anne-Marie, we were talking about cases that were getting close to the 2,000 mark in the Tokyo area. Now, as you just said, we are above 5,000 cases for the day. And there is concern that next week those cases could top between 6,000 and 8,000. The government saying that by August 18th, there could be more than 10,000 cases a day being reported here in Tokyo. And what the government's really concerned about is what you're seeing in the United States, where hospitals get filled up and you don't have beds to put other patients in. So they're also asking people who don't have that serious of symptoms to not go to the hospital, to stay at home. But yes, there's real concern that people, because of the Olympic Games, have relaxed their attitude a little bit. It's not that they're necessarily going out to these sporting venues. Obviously, you've seen that the arenas are empty. But we were just taking a look at some video from where the marathon's taking place a little bit north of Tokyo. And there are crowds out on the street all gathering together. There's curiosity now that these games are in their backyard and they want to go out and see some of these sporting events. A lot of those events outside. However, the Delta variant, it looks like within these numbers, is now considered to be in 90% of the cases being reported here. So again, we've talked about, you have talked about in the United States just how contagious the Delta variant is. It seems like that's become the predominant COVID case load here, and so that you're seeing the spread just happen very, very quickly, with the government saying there's no chance that numbers are going to go down anytime soon.
So, Jamie, can you just clarify something for me? Even after the athletes leave for the Tokyo Games, the Paralympics then start up. So Tokyo is going to be flooded with international athletes for the next few weeks.
Yeah, and you do remember that, athletes are coming in just a couple days before, and they're leaving pretty much the moment their events are over. That will be true for the Paralympics as well. But what you saw happen today is the government actually did extend, and I think this is what you're referring to, that emergency order that's been in place here in Tokyo for the regular Olympic Games. They've now extended that emergency order through the end of August when those Paralympic Games will be happening. And as you said at the top, they are asking bars and restaurants to close. It's primarily ones who are serving alcohol. Those not serving alcohol, it looks like they will allow to remain open, but they'll have to close early in the evening around 8 p.m., which is what we've seen here in Tokyo. But it looks like those restrictions, they're hoping to maybe spread out into other areas of the country, because it's not just here in Tokyo that the Delta variant is now taking hold. It's other areas of Japan as well.
All right, let's get into some of these medals now. The U.S. women's soccer team beat Australia today in the bronze medal match. What has reaction been like to this third-place win, considering that the U.S. team won the World Cup championship in 2019?
Well, there's a lot of back and forth about this, right? So it's one of those things that we talked to a former professional soccer player earlier today, and she pointed out that there's never been a women's soccer team who has won the World Cup and then gone on to win the Olympics and get gold within the Olympic Games. So it's one of those situations where, I guess if you base it on history, it's something that happens. But if you're the United States and you have all these huge names, you were expected to win and win gold, especially after after that World Cup win. Megan Rapinoe, actually one of the stars of the U.S. women's soccer team, coming under a little bit of fire saying, oh, we lost to Canada. People going, what is that about, Megan? So she really seemed to have a little bit of revenge. She played very well in the game. They did, in fact, win the bronze medal against Australia. It's really good. You guys should check it out. But it's one of those situations where they came for the revenge. They wanted a little bit of redemption, and they ended up winning that bronze. But people are going to look at, the age of some of the team members. They'll look at the coaching staff a little bit, see if they need to shake things up a little bit. You have a lot of players on the U.S. women's soccer team in their mid to late 30s. So you could see some changes in the next couple of years before Paris 2024.
So this was interesting. Simone Biles tweeted thanks to a Japanese gym for letting her secretly train while she attempted to regain her Olympic form after withdrawing from a number of events. What do we know about that?
Well, it was really interesting. I actually got a chance to sit down with Wall Street Journal sports writer Louise Rudnofsky, and she let us know about this. She actually broke this story. So Simone would leave the Olympic area, and apparently the gym here that the gymnasts use is very technical. It's for, the Olympic athletes that can go in and they can do their routines that are very precise. There's not a lot of padding. There's not those big foam balls that you can fall into and protect yourself. So they actually had to take Simone to a gym outside of Tokyo, about 45 minutes to an hour away, and it was a very remedial style gym. It's where young gymnasts go with those big foam pads and that type of thing, because that's apparently where she was at, that they had to really get back to basics so that she could get over the twisties as we've been talking about, where your mind and your body are just not aligning when you're in that aerial position twisting around. So they really, it sounds like, got back to basics, used this gym. She went ahead and tweeted her thanks for that. She really thinks that that's what allowed her to then get on the balance beam and win bronze for herself.
Oh, that's great. Jamie, thank you very much.
Yep.